Hello, my crafty friends. Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to another live. I'm going to be doing my fall cards today. And this is an inspiration. This is a card that I did during my in-person card class last week. And I thought it would be fun to redo this for my live. I made several more sunflowers. And I will be having a video coming Saturday for this. Sunday for everybody in Australia. But this is the card. I used some craft ribbon. How much craft ribbon do you have in your space? Let me know. And I popped this up on foam dots. And I layered this several times. And there's my inside of the card, which I will be decorating with stickers. I will be using a combination of my Harvest Mega Pad. This is from Echo Park. And then from my stash, the Welcome Fall collection, also from Echo Park. And here's the sticker sheet for the Welcome Fall collection. This is what I have left. So I will be using that to decorate the inside. So let's get started cutting my card bases. I already picked out several sheets. We're going to mix and match. This is the Welcome Fall, and then this is from the Harvest 6x6. I use 100-pound cardstock for my card bases. Landscape 5.5, and that makes 2 A2 cards, which is typically what most of us make. So I'll put that right here so you can still see it a little bit. I'm going to put together my card bases. I fold them over. At 100 pounds, I really don't have to use a scoreboard, but anything heavier I would. I'll be making 3 more cards. So I will have a card base for next time. So good to see you. Thank you for joining. Whoops, this one's off just a little bit. Now, I typically do the portrait style, but you can also do landscape. This is portrait, this is landscape. As I said, I do have a small short video coming out on Saturday showing how I made these. Let's look at our solid colors. I do have those. These are my solid pieces that I will be matting with. Like I said, this is going to be layered, 3 different layers. And so the solid color is first, and that's 5 1/4 by 4. And I'll just kind of mix and match depending on the different colors of the sunflowers. I think that would go good on this one. And let's see. Too much brown. That was pretty bright. So let's do that. And that one. Okay. And then we will look at these pieces. I already cut these down to 5.5 by 4.25. But we're going to put these together. That will really pop, wouldn't it? This has some orange. So let's do this with this. Like so. And then that one. And I'm not sure. I think the red would, oh, that's too red. Let's try. Let's go ahead and do another one with the, I like this, wood green. Yes, I think that'd go great. So let's cut that down. So we need a back piece for that. Let's go ahead and do my pumpkins again, like this one. So this is going to be, if my matting is 5.25 by 4, then this is going to be 1/4 inch down. And it's directional. I want the pumpkins going up and down because it's portrait style. So that means I'm going to cut the smaller measurement first, which this will be 3 3/4. 1/4 inch down by 5. Like so. And then the green piece will be even smaller. On a 6 by 6 paper pad, if you cut right below this little hanger hole, it's 6 by 6. So this is going, and this is also directional. Of course, you can have your slats go any way you want, but I want mine up and down. So now we have 3.5 by 4 3/4. So you don't see a lot of the pumpkins, but just enough to give some interest. And then I'm going to put the flower on the front. So let's do that with everything. Kind of assembly line. This is non-directional, so it doesn't matter which one I do first. So we have 5 1/4 by 4. So this will be 3 3/4 by 5. Now let's try. I want to keep it solid. So let's look here. What color did I want there? Let's keep it solid. So we'll use this. Because if you look, there is a little bit of that magenta color in here. I didn't do a magenta sunflower, but they have those colors too. So let's do 3 3/4 by, did I do 3 3/4? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, that's the same size, so I need to go one down, depending on which side I want which. Do we want like that? Oh, there's the train. Or like that. I think we're going to do that like so. All right. So this is going to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could join me today. I am in the process of making some really cute sunflower cards. And that goes on the yellow. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice and popping bright? Okay, now we're going to do this one. And do we want green again, or do we have another color? Yeah, let's do that. So this will go down to 3 3/4. By 5. And then this one will go down even smaller, another 1/4 inch. Three and a half by 4 3/4. So there are. And then the ribbon is going to go on the side before I put it down on the front of the card. But as always, I am going to be stamping first. So let's see what I want to put on the inside. I love you very much. I love fall. So thankful. Happy harvest. And I don't know what I did with my give thanks. So that would have been good too. Leaves are falling. Autumn is calling. And I have my early espresso Stampin' Up! Ink. It has been fall officially for almost a month. So I thought it was time to do fall cards. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying. Are you making fall cards now? Let me know in the comments or the chat. I will be showing how I made these beautiful little sunflowers in another video coming up. How pretty is that? This is early espresso ink from Stampin' Up! Fall is my absolute favorite season. I love all the beautiful colors. I will be using this sticker sheet to decorate the inside. And having said that, I will, put this up a little higher because I want to put a beautiful sticker down at the bottom. Let's go ahead and do that before I forget. See this sticker here? Beautiful. Kind of put it over in the corner. And that way I'll have room to put my name or to whoever I give this to. So that inside is done. All right, let's put together our pieces and then we can attach either ribbon or washi tape. I have both. So our stamping is done. I didn't put anything on the outside. I felt like the beautiful sunflower focal point was enough. I'm using my Tombow Mono Snail Runner. Hi, Cheryl. So good to see you. Oh, thanks. Yes, this is part of it is my stash from Welcome Fall collection. I've had it at least a year, probably 2. And then also my harvest I just got from Echo Park. Yep, this is one I'm using a lot of layers this time. Which fall is the season to layer, isn't it? And before I put this on, I am going to attach either my washi tape or my ribbon. This was given to me. A friend of mine bought it and we didn't end up using it. It does tend to unravel a little bit, but that's part of the fun. I'm going to put it on the side here. And then we're going to attach it in the back with my tape runner. Let's go ahead and do this too. This way we cover up the very edge of the papers. Makes it a little more elegant. And there we are. Now let's go ahead and put this on the card. Oops. Then I will attach the sunflower. But I'll do that at the very end. I'm just going to attach everything first. And then I will put the sunflower on at the end. So there's that one. There's so many choices. Oh, and I am out let me go ahead and put that together real quick. I buy lots of refills on Amazon. This is good for about 10 cards, give or take, depending on how much. Sometimes some people use less than me, some people use more. Oops, what did I forget to do? I forgot to put on the, let's see. All right, I can still save it. Okay, well, that's not going to show too bad. I love that extra little pop of gold. Oh, that's not gonna, I'm not sticking that too well, am I? Let's try this. There's a will, there's a way. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there's that one. Let's put this one on top so I don't forget. And now here is my, whoops. Okay. Oh my goodness. Getting too ahead of myself, aren't I? It is fixable. Most things are fixable. There. Voila. Okay. Now this is going to be very similar to this one, only just a different color background. So we have 3 layers. The matting, the original pattern paper, and then a second piece. In this case, I love this wood grain. Since we have some green, let's go ahead and use some washi tape. This is also from Echo Park. Because we have the pumpkins in the background. How's that? Cute, cute. Now let's put it on the card. My cousin has a farm up in Minnesota, and he grows sunflowers. And so that's one thing I like about the sunflowers is that my cousin has them. So let's go ahead and pop up our pieces. I thought I was almost out of these dimensionals. And so I ordered some from Amazon, but they're not here yet. And wouldn't you know, as I was putting something else away, I found this. And I am just absolutely thrilled. Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably would have been. Thank you, Cheryl. But I kind of wanted to do 3 layers on everything, so I didn't want to forget. So anyway, going back to the foam dots, I believe in what I call God incidences. So I was very, very happy because this will definitely last me through this project. So let's go ahead and put a sticker in here, and this card will be done. That's a big long one. I can't use that. Let's use a flag. All right, there is card number 2, actually, I guess. I don't know if you're here earlier, Cheryl, but I was inspired because I did this at our in-person card class. While they were doing their Halloween cards, I wanted to just do something. So I decided on this. I said, why not do it for my live? Okay, this isn't quite on there well either. So let me try to get some glue. Let's do some glue. It's not sticking like I wanted it to because I didn't do it right. Or quite as thoughtful that the other ones were. Let's put it that way. Okay. There we are. Now let's put our dimensionals on. These are ones I bought from Amazon, and I did order some more. This time I got 1,000 pieces. So I am hoping they last a while. These have 2, so I can't complain. Right in the middle. Okay. Now let's put stickers on here. No, let's save that one for that one. Ah. And a little acorn down here would be too cute. And this one, see, it's all attached except for, where did I put? There they are. Isn't that the truth? Everything is fixable. Just about everything. That's how we look at it. Yes. So are you saying that's why you're really, really good? I love your cards. My goodness. They're beautiful. All right. We all have creativity in us, for sure. Now, these aren't very high like this one, because this one is higher, if you can tell, because I hadn't found these yet. So I used what I could find. So this one's a little bit higher. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you like the higher one or the just slightly off the paper? I know as far as mailing goes, if it's not as quite as dimensional, it's usually a little bit cheaper. Now, let's see if I have some small pieces. Say for instance, because this is kind of bland, put a sticker there. And I will put a leaf here. Let's put it down here. And oh, I've got that one already. Let's see. And yeah. Oh, I still need to put a sticker in the original one, don't I? Right. Let's go to It's All Is in the Air. Put that one there. Now I was going to save. Yes, this is what I was going to do with this one. Because it's the same pattern paper color. I just happen to have this. So I thought that's cute. All right, let's do another sticker there. Let's do this little hat. We were talking about layering. So as it gets colder, we want to wear our hat. Whoops, no. Let's angle that. Okay. We want to wear our hats. So this is my original. And then here are the 3 cards that I made with you today. You're welcome, Cheryl. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you to all of you who are watching. And I look forward to seeing you again soon on my channel. Have a beautiful rest of your fall. Bye-bye.